We're going to go to Jason Bruno over the WebEx. How does the course suit your eye and shot shape, and how many drivers will you hit in each round?
I've only seen the front nine, so I hit a lot of drivers yesterday. It fits my eye pretty good. I think, there's a couple holes on the front where they're kind of dogleg lefts, and the fairway was sloping to the right. And I think 12 might be the par 5. I think that's really similar to that. So those tee shots, I really just got to hit, the most neutral ball flight I can. But I've kind of tweaked my driver here and there, and just on every other fairway, especially with the narrow fairways, I've been able just to aim down the left side and have it peel back to the middle. And that's all I could ask for. That pretty much makes my fairway as wide as it can be, knowing that my ball's going to fall right. So it's going to be a lot of drivers. It's cold this morning. So if we get some cold mornings throughout the tournament, course is going to play very long. It's going to play a little tougher, especially this first stretch of golf.
Ryan.
Where's the line between extremely difficult and unfair?
I don't know. I really don't know, because I would love to see it as tough as it can get. I think when it starts getting unfair is when, it's more on our approach shots and more on we can't stop a ball in this certain part of the green. I realize it's Tuesday now, and the greens are going to get firmer. They're going to dry them out. They're going to roll them, cut them. But, off the tee, if you look at it, it's just penalizing bad tee shots. And it's not something we see all the time, because sometimes we can just hit it as hard as we want and get away with it. It's just how different golf courses work. But this is a golf course this week where, you got to hit in the fairway. And if you're not in the fairway, you got to play smart. The good thing about this course is that a lot of the front of the parts of the greens are shaved, and you can almost run them up if you get a decent lie, I guess. That's not going to be the case all week, but you have some flexibility in some shots if you miss it off the tee.
What's the hardest course you played?
This one probably.
9 holes.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Julie. Number of guys, young guys actually, whether it's Rahm or Xander or maybe even Bryson, who the next step is the major. Is this the week they win the major? Is there any part of you that is considered what it's like to not have to get that question for the rest of your career, having knocked it out at age 23?
Yeah, it's nice, I guess. I won't get that question asked, but now it's going to be, what's next and what are you going to win next? But that's the thing, I'm not waking up every day realizing, oh yeah, I'm a major champion. I'm realizing, oh man, we're at the U.S. Open. Let's go win another tournament. So for me, it's always what's next. What can I put my head forward? What is going to be the next test of golf? And obviously, it's this week. I've got to focus on every week. I can't get ahead of myself. Can't start thinking about this long season that we have, what tournaments I'm going to play. It's just let's get focused for this week. And to be honest, the swing feels really good, and it should be really fun Thursday through Sunday.
Thanks.
First major since you became a major champion. Does it feel any different, or do you approach it any different?
I don't approach it any different. I think I do some really good prep, and I'm sure that'll kind of adjust as time goes on. This is my third major, so figuring out how to, guys know how to prep for majors, especially the ones that have won and know the secret to doing that. But I think I do a really good job Monday through Wednesday of figuring out a course, figuring out what I need to do. So I'm doing the same thing. But I think walking here as a major champion, you have a sense of knowing how to get things done. And, yes, I've only done it once, but it's, I've done it. And you just want more. You get that little taste of what it's like, and why guys mark in the calendars the major championships for the year. So it's not like I'm showing up not knowing what a major championship feels like. You still have that feeling here even without the fans. You can tell how guys are prepping, how guys are getting ready, but for me, it's just, okay, let's come out here. I see all these guys every week, and let's have some fun playing golf.
And I'm sure there's no similarities between the two golf courses, but from off the tee, is there anything to be said for the fact that you have to be able to play from the short grass if you're going to do anything?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we saw all of us tested a couple weeks ago at Olympia Fields, and you can see what Scores does like that. And I love playing courses like that because, yes, guys can make birdies, but you also have to know how to make pars, and you have to be able to know when to take, a bogey if you have to, or when you hit it in the rough, and really take your medicine. And as a young player, we necessarily might not have that mindset as some guys, but I think if you look back, the 4 years I spent in college coaches love telling you hit to the middle of the green. And this week might not necessarily be hit to the middle of the green, but it's hit to your spots. You look at hole one, and I only played it once yesterday, but you can be pin high and not have a putt at the hole. That's just how tough this course is. You have to know where to hit it, and just getting to know the course is going to be really beneficial for everyone.
Collin, just talk a little bit about your first impressions of Winged Foot here.
Yeah, so I saw 9 holes yesterday. Wow, what a course. I mean, you got to golf your ball out here. You got to really know how to control your shots and keep it in the fairway, obviously. But, a lot of people had said a lot of things before this week, and I obviously saw it and saw what the rough was going to be like. But I couldn't have a mindset of saying, okay, it's going to be tough and try and make, pars. Pars are obviously going to be really good this week. But I think if I led myself into already being a hard golf course, I would have had myself one step behind everyone else. So I'm kind of having an open mind to just showing up this week. It is tough. The first few holes definitely opened my eyes, but it's playable. It's not like it's not playable. Obviously, you got to hit really good shots, and it's going to test every part of your game this week. But overall, Winged Foot's amazing. The golf round here, I haven't played much, but it's good to be here this week.
First major since you became a major champion. Does it feel any different, or do you approach it any different?
I don't approach it any different. I think I do some really good prep, and I'm sure that'll kind of adjust as time goes on. This is my third major, so figuring out how to, guys know how to prep for majors, especially the ones that have won and know the secret to doing that. But I think I do a really good job Monday through Wednesday of figuring out a course, figuring out what I need to do. So I'm doing the same thing. But I think walking here as a major champion, you have a sense of knowing how to get things done. And, yes, I've only done it once, but it's, I've done it. And you just want more. You get that little taste of what it's like, and why guys mark in the calendars the major championships for the year. So it's not like I'm showing up not knowing what a major championship feels like. You still have that feeling here even without the fans. You can tell how guys are prepping, how guys are getting ready, but for me, it's just, okay, let's come out here. I see all these guys every week, and let's have some fun playing golf.